This show is part of the RetroZap.com podcast network. RetroZap.com and the Collector's Hut proudly present a special episode talking exclusively about The Mandalorian. Blurrgs and Blasters. Yes. Chris.
We made it.
It's happened.
November 12th.
It's been over a decade. We've been looking forward to a Star Wars live-action series.
You heard this man right. A Star Wars live-action TV series.
You're doing it. Determination. Perseverance. And actually, it's true, though.
It's true. It's here.
It's since Celebration 4, we've had determination and perseverance. This could have taken many forms, and it has taken many forms over the years. In the form of an Underworld series and many other rumors over the years.
You know, I'm happy that all that was talked about in the past about a live-action TV series didn't happen because the build-up to this one.
It's all led to here.
And it couldn't have been any more perfect.
I know, because if it had happened before that, you wouldn't have had the culmination of Filoni as well as, Jon Favreau and their careers being where they were just at the height of their powers.
Yeah, and the thing too is one of the things that I took from this is when it started, it was a new feeling. I didn't know how to take it because I got that excitement feeling like when we're sitting in the movie theater seeing a new movie for the first time.
I know.
And just to know that we're going to get this every Tuesday until the season is over.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got a second episode this week.
Yeah, but it's the gift that just keeps on giving and giving and giving, and I'm loving it.
It really is, and it's so good. I'm so happy about it, and it exceeded all expectations.
Oh, it really did, yeah.
It exceeded all. From the first second. Even when it just said Star Wars and you show the flashes of all the different characters, I'm like, oh, I like this.
Yes, yeah, that's why I was like, oh, this is new. What's this?
This is nice.
Hello.
I got to tell you, I woke up early. And the wife went away to work, as she did. The baby went to grandma and grandpa's, and I didn't go to the gym this morning. Instead of the gym, I watched The Mandalorian. I fired up Disney Plus.
Your secret is safe here
with all of you. No secret, really. No secret. It's all right. No, I'm proud of it. Fired it up and went off to the races. It's amazing.
It's funny because when I woke up, I checked my email first thing because I was like, all right, so are they going to send me some kind of like login code? Like how does this work?
You set it up account already though when you got your 3 years.
I also thought about that too, like because is it going to be like Netflix and Hulu, like just an email and a password?
Exactly, that's it.
But I just didn't know, and last night, or the night before,
you're not a big streamer.
No. So the night before, we're trying to oh, can we get the app on the TV? Like, where is it? Like, why isn't it here? And then when we woke up in the morning, I ran right to the TV and I was all right, I need to do this. I want to make sure, like, when I get home, there's no playing around. Yeah. Nothing. So
Magic Elves put it in there overnight.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah. It's in my phone, too.
It's basically everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But yes. So yeah, right when I had it logged, I was all logged in, and I was like, oh my God, it's here. It's here. And then, I went off, I went to work and all that, and then I came home, showered, and I'm like, we're watching The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so yeah. No, I was so pumped for it, and I'm just sitting there, and man, I feel like there's never. I mean, this show was specifically made just for us. It feels like it.
Yeah, it was definitely made for Joe and I.
Yeah, I mean, the Blurrgs and Blasters crowd because I mean, this is a show for the weird guys,
Yeah, just us. It was
us-
literally made for 2 viewers.
essentially.
They're like, listen,
They've been
these
listening.
guys really love Blurrgs.
They love the Blurrgs.
They're the only people in the world that did a commentary on the Battle for Endor.
We've been talking about Blurrgs for years,
yes,
more than anyone, I think.
I have a Japanese laser disc with
Yeah.
Blurrgs on it. I literally bought it because it has Blurrgs on it.
You're one of the only people I know with a Blurrg in your logo
Yes, yeah.
these days. I don't know anyone else who's doing that.
Don't worry. You'll see a lot more now.
No, yeah, that's true.
But it's
That's
okay. You know, the Blurrgs need this spotlight.
Yeah.
And they're getting a lot of it right now.
Yeah.
And right when The Mandalorian was over, the first episode, I felt like that 8-year-old Chris was coming out, and I was just like,
Oh, my
okay,
goodness. Chris.
so the toys are coming, right? Can I go to the store and buy like a handful of Blurrgs?
I as soon as I saw how amazing the Blurrgs were on this episode, I was like, we're getting toys.
All right.
We're getting the toys.
All right. Before we dive deep into this, I really want to touch upon this. Now, they are featured very heavily.
Yes.
The Blurrgs, and
Big time.
especially episode 1. And I feel like that Nick Nolte character,
Yeah.
like the Blurrg is basically like,
Quill?
is that his name?
I believe so, yeah.
So I've spoken.
I have spoken. I have spoken.
But the
I'm losing my voice too. So I was Joey was sick last week.
Remember when we did the Rogue One commentary, and I literally watched
it feels like it.
I watched you eat a whole thing of honey, like
Just to stay alive.
Was it like that little bear? You know, like the bear, the honey's in the bear.
It was one of the
thing?
big bears. Big
Yeah.
bear chased me.
Dude, you the whole thing. It was so impressive.
I did. I crushed the whole thing just to keep the voice alive, and it died right at the end.
It did, but you pulled through, and those.
It was like a 5-hour podcast.
I was gonna say, whoever listened to the roundtables, those were at least 4 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the toys, back to the Blurrgs.
We're gonna do it for Rise of Skywalker.
Are we doing it? I don't know. We did it last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we did a little something for Solo, but
think
not
it
a
was
big
just
round
us,
table.
right?
Yeah, it was just us. Not a big thing, but
Our memories are going now.
we could do one. You want to do it? Want to do it right now?
Yeah.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. We're gonna do a roundtable for Rise of Skywalker. More details to be announced.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Possibly December.
yeah, the Bendu wasn't in this episode.
He wasn't. There was no moose clouds.
No.
I did have PUBGs last night.
Oh, nice.
I watched Easy Money with
Dude.
Alexa.
Great movie.
Unbelievable. Rodney Dangerfield. Jack Roy.
Just drinking and smoking and
Joe Pesci.
I know Joe Pesci.
What a cast, huh?
What a wild
Who
movie.
am I? I'm the guy that put the bathrooms in this place. All right, we're getting off the track. Toys, Blurrgs.
We need the Blurrgs.
If they made Rathtars, why can't we get a Blurrg?
True. I feel like Blurrgs are coming. I feel like we'll get a Black Series Blurrg.
Oh, okay.
I think we're gonna get a Blurrg Quill
Yes.
Deluxe pack.
If they make this guy, which you know they're probably going to, because they already made 3 people from this
Yeah.
TV series.
Mm-hmm.
If they make him, I feel like it's almost like a Western. You know, you have
Yeah.
the cowboy and his horse, right?
A little bit.
So you need like this guy in the Blurrg.
Yeah, his
Now-
homestead.
Now, do you think it's going to be they're going straight 6-inch, or you think it's going to be like 3.75 like vintage collection style?
Nah, I think they're going Black Series.
All right, a part of me wants both
Yeah. Yeah, true.
because
true.
the Black Series would be one hell of a display.
But you want it because then you can throw them with some Ewoks too.
Exactly, I want them with the Ewoks.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, that would be, it would be primo.
Well, I mean, we did get dewbacks, 3.75 and 6-inch.
True. Not in the modern era. We didn't get dewbacks in the modern, like the 2015 plus era.
We got the Power of the Force ones.
Yeah,
Power of the
that's
Force
old
2.
school now though.
We got. They did release a dewback, 3.75, and it was pretty sweet. I didn't get it though. It was a sweet one.
Those were like during the millennial years though.
I think it was like I don't know the year. I feel like every like 7 years they made a do back.
Like the post prequel era. We haven't had one since the Disney acquisition though. That's true. Yeah,
well, the Black Series 6-inch we did.
Yes, that's it though.
Right.
Yeah. That's a hell of a creature.
Dude, even the fingers have articulation.
That dewback might be one of the best things like done with the Black Series so far.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, highlight.
Well, Memphis Nest and her swoop bike is pretty incredible too.
That is incredible. I just have no room for it. That swoop bike is way too big.
It's pretty long.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, guys, let us know what you think about these blurgs. You want to see some toys?
Yeah, we're talking about. There's so much going on in this show. All we've done is talked with the blurgs so far.
I figured we just need to get that out of the way before we dive real deep.
Yeah, newsflash, guys. We liked the blurgs in this episode. We did like them.
Yeah, and they actually looked real. Like if they're spending some money here.
Now, overall, through this entire series, the blend of CG plus, practical effects.
You question yourself.
It's been great. It took me a couple of viewings to see the shots that are done with practical effects and the shots that are done with CG.
Right.
But there is a practical effect blurg for a lot of shots.
There had to be
when he's trying to wrangle the blurg.
Which I thought that was like it was so necessary to spend like that 2-3 minutes, and then you get like just a sprinkle, and they sprinkle it in there like little history of like the blurgs.
Yeah,
sprinkle it in there.
The females eat the males.
Yeah, it's kind of like what is it, like praying mantis?
Praying mantis, yeah.
Kind of like that.
A little bit, yeah.
So males are, I'm assuming, are rare, and
I guess so.
Mainly the ones that we're seeing are females.
That's true. So you got to wonder, they're probably females on Endor too,
right?
Most of the ones that are being used for riding. It's true.
That's a bummer for the males, right?
And
I thought they were going to be like, oh, the males are much bigger. They're like, no, they eat them. And I'm like,
yeah, they eat them.
Oh, bummer.
Right. Damn. Well.
Okay, so
really talked ourselves in the corner there. Yeah, no, I that was really cool. And the Mythosaur is now finally canon.
Yes, they did mention that.
Yeah. Which is great to hear Quill talk about that, the mighty Mythosaur.
Yeah. He only read about the Mandalorian.
That's true. That's how he knows about all this stuff. So that was great too. Within like the first minute, I saw a Kubaz, a Garindin. For those of you who are like to talk in the character names.
The long snout.
Long snoot.
Snoot.
Yeah, playing the flute. Playing the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what's funny, that his voice is like a weird distorted John Wayne
no way
sound clip.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that weird? So it kind of adds to the Western feel, knowing the John Wayne voice is probably used for that.
Weird, I did not know that.
Yeah, true. Little Ben Bird action there.
Ben Bird, legendary.
Determination.
So is it long snoot or long snout?
Long snoot.
Snoot. And is it Garridin or?
I don't know. But it doesn't matter because
long nose with cool goggles.
Here's the thing: was that actually the character Garindin?
Do you know the species?
Kubaz.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah, he's an insect.
Chris listens good.
You do good. Chris do good.
2 gold stars for me. Yeah, so it was really cool. We actually did not watch the first episode together.
No, we didn't. We had planned to, but
yeah, Joe was late for work, and I watched it during when I was eating some raviolis.
Yeah, it was good times.
It's actually a true story. Alexa made a killer gravy.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Dude, she put some peas in there. I like
peas. You like that, huh?
Dude, I like it. She doesn't do that all the time.
I'm not a big fan, I got to be honest.
She knew it was going to be a big night for me. She sprinkled some peas in
Here's some
there.
peas for you, kid. Enjoy. Yeah, so the Disney Plus experience was great. I didn't really have a lot of issues. I know there were issues today with people logging on.
I had no issues. Yeah, none for us.
Yeah, it was all right. It was fine.
Did you have issues?
A little bit during the middle of the day, but I'd already watched it by
Probably
then.
because people are like super smashing it into their faces.
Yeah, there's just so many people. When you get that many people trying to do anything on the internet.
Yeah, we're watching
gonna
it
happen.
at dinner time.
Yeah.
You know, when you're eating your supper.
Yeah. The very first scene of him in that wintry bar.
Yeah.
There's just so many cool, weird guys in the background. It's just so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird guys. You know, you have like a squid head, like
Yeah.
a Tessic. And
Yeah.
then you have like a fish face guy that you said it was he's a comedian from SNL.
Horatio Sands.
And then the bald guy with the beard, he also looked very familiar too.
He did. I can't place him.
And I totally thought I nailed the bartender, but you told me it wasn't that actor.
It's not the guy from Rock. No. It's not him. That's I want to say Reginald Val Johnson, but it's not. It's
You don't have to tell us the name.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll figure it out. But no, the bartender's a famous character actor. Did you notice the guy who looked a lot like Constable Zuvio?
Yes, it was. You didn't see his face.
No, you didn't. Could be one of his boys though. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely close to that. They definitely brought in a lot of species from, the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the animated series, and going right forward.
And
right
Jon
to the sequel
Favreau
trilogy.
said that this TV series, we sprinkled a lot of stuff in there for everybody from across like the movies, TV, and all that stuff.
More than I ever expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it.
In the same bar where you see the Consul Zuvio guy, in the background there's like that cat-looking species. And
the slaver from the slaver arc of the Clone Wars.
It really. I shouldn't say a cat because it
like a Greco cat.
No, well that's why every time I think of a cat, it's either super cute cat like our cats or Greco cat. but like this is like a space cat. No, because then I think of Solo, like when they're playing what's the name of the game there?
Cards.
Yeah, cards. and you have like a white space cat like guy.
The Jarek.
Jarek, yeah. No, that's not Jarek. It's the card game.
Idiot's Array.
No. Oh my god, why can't we think of this? I know the listeners are screaming.
Cards. They're playing cards.
Sabak. Thank you. Jeez. Ugh.
Han.
Yeah. But anyway, there's all right. Look, I know the listeners can't see me, but the big eyes, and it has like the ears kind of.
Oh
up like
yeah,
that.
and the four eyes.
No, just two eyes, but it's part of like Emphas Ness's crew.
Yes. Okay.
And then you have the same Rhodian that's the same color too. You know how it's like that, like orangish yellow.
Yeah, I'm still into this.
We're at
this Kuba's playing a flute.
We're still 5 minutes in, and we're like all over the place.
Oh my god! And just
hope you guys are still here.
It's just so good.
We're excited. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. What about the Mandalorian just like hating droids?
Yeah, I wanted to know more about that because
he must have grown up in. How old do you think he is? He seems like a younger dude.
This guy looks like he could be like early 30s.
Tops. He's still learning his bones. You know.
It is true. Yeah, he's still getting his armor.
He's trying to get his armor.
So what? 27, 20. I would say between 28 and 34.
Yeah, I mean, Pedro Pascal's no spring chicken.
No, he's like what? Late 40s? No, mid 40s.
Mid 40s.
Early
yeah.
40s.
Maybe early 40s.
He's a cool cat, man.
He's a cool dude.
He is a cool
guy. Dude. I love all the rangefinder shots too.
Yeah.
Very Star Wars. Very, very Star Wars. You're not going to get that. Someone who doesn't understand Star Wars at such an intrinsic level as Filoni and Favreau.
Well, you know what else is so my buddy Chris, he was like, "Hey, the Mandalorian looks great." He doesn't really watch Star Wars. He's like, "Do I need to see Star Wars to watch this?" And I was like,
Pedro Pascal is 44 years old.
44. Okay, we kind of nailed that.
Yeah.
Right on. So basically, anybody can jump into this TV series.
True.
But if you've seen all the movies and you followed a lot of it, seeing certain species gets you excited.
Yeah, you're gonna get so much more out of it if you are a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, like you're ripping chairs up, you're smashing bottles.
I was ready to throw chairs.
It would be great if you just demolished your place. And then when your wife comes home, yeah, somebody broke in. I don't know.
What have I done? I'm like, honey, I destroyed our beautiful home, but Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
I'm like, but Baby Yoda.
Guess what? We had 45 minutes of gold. All right, I'm going to start off there. We had the ball, right?
Yeah.
We knew we had to get to that touchdown. Back to you, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? I don't.
We had to plow right down that field, and that's what we did.
Yeah, we did. We did that. We took the ball, we ran with it, and we scored.
Yeah,
and then Baby Yoda.
So,
Yeah,
I didn't know we were gonna. Okay,
I didn't know we were gonna talk about this right now.
5 minutes into the show. It's 45 minutes.
I didn't know
we saw Baby Yoda at 44 minutes.
What? All right, we'll touch on it a little bit later.
One word to describe when you first saw Baby Yoda.
What?
Adorable.
Yeah, adorable. My
50 years old, baby.
My mouth was just wide open. Just wide open.
I wish we, it was a slow process like that. 50 years old. Dude's a toddler. No, he looked like an infant, actually.
I know a bunch of 50-year-olds that look like babies that are just pudgy and bald and...
Yeah, old man Mike, you listening?
Jeez.
He's not listening.
I don't listen.
I hope he's listening. That would be funny. See you tomorrow.
Jeez. How about that walrus monster?
Yeah, walrus monks. Yeah, walrus whalefish.
Well, exactly. I also love how the Razor Crest looks like a hunk of junk to people.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't get that. Like when they were like, oh, that really this is it. I'm like, that is a cool ship.
Well, it's like unpainted and
builds character, you know.
Definitely.
It wasn't like that speeder that they took to get there. It was like pop,
I know. Everything was falling apart. Brian Posehn as well.
Oh yeah, that the comedian. He's in Big Bang Theory and a bunch of other stuff.
Never saw that show.
It's all right. To be honest with you, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if it's still on. I did enjoy it.
It's over, I think.
For like a few seasons, but just like one of those things. It's a filler. Filler. A filler that each of them get $1 million an episode. Go figure.
What? Focus, my son.
It gives you focus.
Makes you stronger.
You know what doesn't give you focus? Tito's vodka.
You're all over the place. It got you bouncing like a pinball.
Hey, it's handmade. I don't believe it.
You're drinking Tito's.
Yeah. This is me.
I guess so.
All right. Are we going to go in order here?
I mean, we're just chatting with Mandalorian. That's all we're doing.
We're excited. We're two guys, two grown men excited about this TV show.
Yeah, we got a blue fish man.
Blue fish man.
Yeah. I'm really happy they didn't talk about a refresher either. No refreshers. In the bathroom, he had a vac tube. He's like, can I use the vac tube?
All right, I do remember. I don't remember the refreshers.
Refreshers were from the EU.
Okay, so I probably wouldn't know that.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing. Way too much bathroom talk. And he also mentioned Life Day. I love that.
He did mention Life Day.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, damn. I that's a great little great little thing.
You guys
threw in Life Day. So I'm seeing all the carbonized people he has there.
I thought this was great because it was like art, like hung canvases.
I was trying to figure out who all of them were. I'm like, oh, can I recognize anyone?
I was like, a Rodian.
One of those guys almost looked like it could have been George Lucas.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, check it out. Hold on, check out right here. It's like the last one the blue guy's looking at. Right there. You gotta wonder, that could almost be George Lucas.
Okay, the hair and the beard.
Yeah, you got a hair and beard and stuff like that. I wonder if that was like a little Easter egg they threw in. He was on set.
He was on set.
Having a blast.
I think they were drinking Skywalker wine, too.
Probably. Why not?
He's like, I brought 3 cases of this, so let's get wacky.
Let's get weird here.
Put me in carbonite.
Yeah, put me in... I always wanted to be in carbonite. And, yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
That would be so cool.
It would be just a great conversation.
Yeah.
Like
and
everyone's being like real serious. Can you put me in some carbonate? I'd be like,
carbonate?
I guess. All right, let's all right.
Let's get him in carbonate. George wants to get in carbonate, so let's put him in carbonate.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, so here's this that scene with the other bar. The bounty hunter bar. There's those weird boss guys. There's the orange Rodian. Oh yeah, hold on.
It kind of looks like a cat, right?
A little bit. Yeah, there's a Tentacle Man, orange Rodian. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it looks kind of like a cat, but not really.
The guy that designed
Zuvio.
that species, that
Yeah.
particular character. Quick little backstory. I follow him on Instagram. I don't remember his handle name. But basically his daughter drew that, and then he ran with it and came, obviously.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so his daughter did the rough draft of that, and then, he put his artistic skill on it and came up with that, and then it popped up in Solo, and he must be through the roof to see it in The Mandalorian.
Hey, what are the odds
Back
we're going
to
to
you,
see?
Joe.
We're going to see. What are the odds we're going to see a Weas Leia?
Oh, dude.
I feel like if there were ever a place.
Episode 3.
You called it.
Yep.
You called it. Episode 3, we're going to see a Weas Leia.
I want to see a Weas Leia in paint.
Ah.
I want somebody to talk to one. I'm like, what the? Look at the size of that thing.
I want to see one just walking by, just like screaming, and the Mandalorian just shoots him. It's better off.
You know what I noticed too? Like in the Mandalorian is like people like they get into a battle, they kill one another, and there's no consequence.
A lot of murder. There's no laws.
It's a lawless time.
It's a lawless time completely, and they really sell that right from like the first minute of the show.
Well, the guy gets chopped right in half, and he's like, he doesn't even say sorry about the mess.
No,
He's
not
like,
at all.
you're coming with me. There's a bounty. The guy didn't even fight.
Yeah, we can do this. The nice. You can be cold or dead or something like that. You know? Warm or dead. I love that line. Yeah. I know he doesn't talk too much, but everything he says is just so cool and badass.
It is cool, and by the end of the episode, I already feel like the Mandalorian is a softie.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean?
Well, he has a code. He has a code. Very much so.
He's by no means a bad guy.
No, you can tell he has a code. He has things he believes in.
He has a conscience too. Like
he has a conscience.
Yeah, because he's doing bounty hunter work because that's his source of income.
But he's not for.
But he has morals.
Most bounty hunters are only in it for themselves.
Not this guy. I don't think so.
Not him. He has a Mandalorian tribe he's trying to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to help the foundlings. Remember that whole scene?
Yeah.
Which I really thought was pretty cool too. You see these little flashbacks of his life.
Yeah.
I don't know
what was that about.
Yeah, just like his parents in red.
Obviously, something happens to his parents pretty bad.
It looks like they all die.
And they look like they tuck him away,
Yeah, almost like what you saw in Rogue One.
Right, with Jin.
Yeah. Yeah, just hiding kids. Kind of like what Baby Yoda was doing.
Right.
Yes. What are the odds that's Yoda and Yaddle's kid? What are the odds?
Dude, if that's what that baby is, we're talking. I mean, we're driving the train to Wacky Town.
Exactly. We're the conductors on that train. We're taking tickets.
We're wearing the funny caboose hats.
Goofy caboose.
I'm shoveling coal into the thing.
Steamboat Willie style. That's us.
Will we get into, because it was never mentioned, I don't believe it was mentioned, the species name?
Maybe we'll finally get it. Maybe.
Where's he going to take it? Like, you can't just, get a baby Yoda and just be like, so now what?
Yeah. Like, no one knows anything about them. I mean, literally, this is the third one we've ever seen.
Yes.
In canon. There's just so many questions. Why does this Imperial remnant want him? Werner Herzog's character. why does this Doctor what is it, Dr. Pershing?
Oh, right, yeah.
Why does he want this thing? Did they even know what they were looking for? Right? Because they didn't have a puck, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have like that code, which seems to have. That code seems to tell you like a lot more about the person they're looking for, like probably the species, the name, more identifying stuff. All they had was the age.
Right.
So I don't know if the Doctor and the Imperials really knew what they were looking for. Maybe they're just looking for force sensitive. They had a force sensitive.
Right.
Maybe they were trying to experiment on them. I don't know what their game plan is. I don't know. Any thoughts?
No, I don't. I have no thoughts about it. I'm really curious to see what's going down with that, because obviously at the very end of the episode, IG-11 wants to kill it. The Mandalorian, he was sent to capture it, basically, like bring it back.
Yeah.
So they had two different missions going on.
Yeah. So you got to wonder what's. Yeah, they wanted him alive. The Doctor really wanted him alive, and Warren Herzog was like, "Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. This being the case, proof of termination is also acceptable for a lower fee."
I love how you just pull these out. Like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
It sounds good though.
I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I mean, he has such a creepy voice, Werner Herzog.
He has the voice that he's gonna torture you.
Yeah, he looks like he could be in like the Hostel movies.
Yes, exactly.
You want to go to Rev? Follow me. I take you to Great Rev.
Dude, it was
like, oh, creepy.
It's so disturbing. It's really disturbing.
Yeah. First we eat and then we have drink. I take you to.
Yeah.
Yes, it's in this factory. Yes. So creepy.
And you know what's weird? Like, people are like, cool, let's go. I still think it's weird being a plumber going into strangers' houses. Like, I'm literally breaking the first rule of like what our parents told us not to do.
The horror movies begin there. Yeah.
Wacky.
Bounty hunting is a weird profession. Welcome to Blurrgs and Blasters. Blurrgs and Blasters.
You know what would be funny if we're like, hey, dude, what was it like being on a set with Blurrgs? He'd be like, what is this?
What is this?
Well, like the piranha dinosaurs.
Oh, yes.
Well, excuse, sir.
In Germany, we have they roam the Rhine River Valley. Oh man, we are way off topic. Hey, Kawaki and monkey lizards.
Oh, dude, it was so sad.
That was, you know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of the scene of the dead Ewok in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
because like that other one's like all freaked out looking. It's like, he's like, please.
Yeah, like he was like, hey, come on, let's go. Oh.
Yeah, he's like, you there?
Yeah, but what's even more messed up about this one is they're making him watch like his body get roasted.
It's like they don't even care. Yeah.
It's messed up. There's not a lot of meat on that bone either.
No.
So like,
times are tough.
Apparently.
I think that's kind of what you're showing you there. All right, so the Mandalorian, after he meets with German rave boy, he goes and visits his friends at the Mandalorian,
the Mando camp.
Yeah, the Mandalorian hideout.
The Mandalorian basement.
I swear, dude, there is a guy who looks like Boba Fett in the shadows in one of these scenes. It's hard to see if you're not on like a very bright screen.
Boba Fett.
Yeah. There's a dude who looks like Boba Fett. It's really hard to see if you don't have a bright screen. But it's right after he enters, and he's in the shadows, like right there. I can't even see it on my phone. But he's there, and it looks so much like Boba Fett. It's crazy. It's interesting because you do get a lot of them. There's one that looks like almost like the animated Boba Fett, as well, sitting on the right. Everyone, like right there, there's the animated Boba Fett right there with the blue.
Oh, good eye.
Yeah.
Good eye.
And it looks like they're in like an airport hangar almost. And even the kids are wearing helmets.
Mm.
Why were all the Mandalorians all wearing helmets at all times now?
That's what they say. They don't take them off.
Why?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I want to know.
I want to know too, because I was really hoping that, like, you know, like, take the helmet off. You know, like, you don't shower with it, right?
Do they even shower?
Ew.
Funky.
Ew.
Funky. Yeah. Then you have this armorer who looks like she has the Death Watch helmet with the horns.
She looks very
like old school.
like medieval.
Yeah, but look at the helmet, man. It had the horns of Death Watch.
Yeah, it has horns. It has
Death Watch. Like Maul. That was a Maul helmet. Right? That's an old Death Watch helmet with the horns. Because Maul had horns.
Yeah, but her horns aren't like that though.
Yeah, dude. They put horns on their helmets when they followed Maul.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this. But I like this whole idea of this armor, and the idea they brought back the idea of Mandalorians building their armor piece by piece.
Yes.
You know, based on like acts of valor, I guess, or acts of doing something for the tribe, you know, like helping out the Mandalorian tribe and society. And he earns a pauldron for bringing back Beskar steel. I like Beskar as well. Beskar is now a big deal.
Right.
You know, which makes the Mandalorian armor super tough.
Well, he takes some like massive shots. Like, that armor is extremely strong.
Yeah, he gets hit like 2 or 3 times in this episode alone.
Yeah, he does.
And it doesn't take much of a hit.
At least twice that I remember. I mean, I only watched it once.
Yeah.
But at least twice.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be great for action figures because they're going to just keep on upgrading them.
I know. That was the first thing that I kind of thought of when they removed, like, that Scarif, like, shoulder armor piece.
I'm like, oh, now we need a new figure.
Yeah. Dude, what's the deal, a little off subject about the toys? What's with the heavy armor Mandalorian?
Not out yet.
No, but what's the deal with it?
He's probably one of those Mandalorians hanging out.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh, is this, like, are we going to see this? Or is it just, like, a made-up, like, hey, like, let's make a toy?
No, we're going to see it. They don't just do that anymore. That's like a 90s thing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't get it.
So here's another line in that conversation with the armorer that I thought was interesting. Aside from the foundling idea. She asked him, has your sigil been revealed yet? Like, what do you like? Has your, like, a sigil is a mark. It's like a you go with that ice?
It was just
ice baby.
It just formed as one cube.
There you go. His sigil is almost like a logo, you know? Like, that's his thing. That would be his symbol. Hasn't been revealed yet. What is that? It just sounds so it sounds so tribal and so, like, ritualistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he'll be on a mission one day and he'll see something one day. Oh, they're the Blurrgs right there. I love seeing the first time you see the Blurrgs in a rangefinder. I'm like, oh, that's what we're talking about. And yeah, I just like that. So I'm wondering, like, if along the way in the series he'll find his sigil, and you'll start seeing that in his armor eventually.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's when he gets painted armor. Maybe that's why he paints it. I don't know.
That's true. Well, we do know that he has like a flamethrower thing going on.
Oh yeah, on his hand.
Yeah.
Well, as part of his armor, like most Mandalorians do. That much is true. The fight with the Blurrgs at the beginning was so cool. Like, he's like punching it.
Yeah.
It felt so real. You know?
All I kept thinking too is when his arm is in the Blurrg's mouth, do they not have strong jaws? Because
that Beskar steel is good enough.
Right. I was also thinking that too. Like, I mean, if it's taking shots, maybe.
Yeah, that Beskar steel is tough.
It'll hold up.
It held his arm together. Yeah. How about Nick Nolte?
Yeah. I wonder if that was like a weird call for Nick Nolte. Like, if they're like, we need you to provide a voice.
What if he's like, I have spoken was like his thing. Like, he brought him, like, everything I say I don't say it twice, and I don't
Yeah.
argue about it. I have spoken.
Right.
Like maybe in the contract negotiations he did that, and like Filoni's like, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use that.
Well, he's just like a very intimidating guy anyway. Like
You know-
if we hired him and he came out, I'd just be like, read it any way you want it, and just do whatever you need to do.
It sounds great. He sounds old now. He
is
sounds
old.
like he's getting on a little bit.
Yeah, he's got to be up there, and he's a little rough.
Yeah, he's lived rough.
Well,
So-
whoever was sitting down, being like, all right, so we're gonna have an Ugnaught riding a Blurrg, and he should probably be voiced by Nick Nolte. You know,
Genius.
This is why they get paid the big bucks, and we're doing
Yeah.
us, I guess. You know.
I want to know the planets that this guy's going to.
Yeah, they don't like really reference them.
It's
or-
not Rogue One style where they tell you.
I kind of like that.
I do too, but I also want to know.
Yeah.
Like, is Tatooine part of this or not?
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that they stopped to like. So the Mandalorian learned how to train a Blurrg. We were talking about that earlier, but this scene is interesting to me because he, it almost feels like he could have used the Force a little bit to tame him. When he
Kind of like
he
what Anakin did.
Yeah, and Ezra as well.
Oh, with what?
With like everything with the
I was gonna
whales
say,
and
he did it with the spiders.
the whales,
The
and
whales.
the Fearnox, and a bunch of animals. He was good with that. But I mean, not to say that like people without the Force couldn't do it, but maybe.
Mm.
What if?
I wonder if it was just like a mutual respect thing.
What if the Mandalorian could use the Force? What if the Mandalorian is a Force sensitive?
That would be pretty cool, right?
Hey, guess what? The first Mandalorian to use the Force was called the Mandalorian. Remember? He was part of the one that was part of the Jedi Order and made the Darksaber.
Oh, true.
He was just called the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that. For like when you were talking about, I was like, "What are you doing?" Like what? We lost Joe again, and then I was like, "Oh, the Darksaber." Yeah.
the Darksaber. Yeah, so he really does. He settles this Blurrg down really well, and he touches his head. And I mean, it felt very natural, but at the same time,
Yeah, but he has like the look of surprise as well. Like if he was like, "Wow,
I
like,
didn't.
What did he just do right there?"
yeah. Next thing you know, they're rocking and rolling.
I would like to think that I would have very good success with taming a Blurrg, only because I'm an animal lover, and I've been in people's houses before that their dogs are like lunatics, and they're like, "Wow, like why? My dog never acts like that. Like it's very calm near you." And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm giving off the energy. You know,
Yeah, it's all about the energy.
I'm giving that energy off."
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and there's something about being able to, to commune with an animal that it shows you that a character is kind of decent, right? Like, I mean, it just goes to show you that the Mandalorian is not like a bad person.
He's not. I did not get that.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
even this, like he was like, "Here, take the money," and he's like, "Nah, I don't want it."
yeah, I mean, he just has honor. He has morals. He's earning his keep. He pays all the money he earned. Basically, he gave right over to his tribe.
Yes, basically.
Yeah,
For the honor.
yeah, exactly.
Do you know what that's from?
No,
Fifth Element.
okay, been a long time since I watched The Fifth Element.
It's one of Alexa's like favorites,
Wow.
and we watch it like we're good for at least like twice a year.
Okay. Yeah, that
But
opera scene too.
Yes, and you're like,
All right. Like, not bad.
yeah, and she had like the things in her the whole time, and they had to dig them out of her stomach. Like
I don't know, man.
it's wacky stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, good movie.
So the homestead that Nick Nolte's living on,
It's Nick Nolte's homestead.
it looks a lot like the homestead in like season 1 of Rebels that like Ezra was hanging out in.
So do you think they're like on like some kind of outskirts of Tatooine?
Man, it could be Tatooine. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if these are new planets or not. It's just so hard to to figure out. It just has such a Western feel that they really leaned into the Star Wars Western feel in such a great way.
What I thought was very interesting too is that Nick Nolte's character is basically telling the Mandalorian, like, you know, it used to be peaceful and then these guys came. And basically what Nick Nolte was saying is like, you could repay me by getting rid of these guys.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Was the peace disrupted because bounty hunters were looking for them? Or was the peace disrupted because this group of pirates, these Nikto pirates, I don't know, this Nikto group, I don't know, they look like pirates, you know, or mercenaries or whatever. Were they the ones who were disrupting the peace?
You know what I just thought about? Imagine if they weren't the bad guys and they were protecting the Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I just thought about that now.
I've been thinking about it.
And this is a job. They don't know that they're going after a baby.
They don't know. I don't even know if the Imperials know they're going after a baby.
Right.
They think they're going after a 50-year-old being. That's all they know. You know?
Now, back to the CGI and what's real and what's not real.
Yeah.
IG-11 looks pretty outstanding.
Looks unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, recently we had the pleasure of meeting the maker of IG-88.
Bill Hargraves. We actually met him. Yeah.
In person, yeah. We'll have to get to that in an upcoming episode more in detail.
Yeah.
But no, it was very cool.
Solid guy. You have to be a bit crazy.
Yeah, very Del Preston in that way.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that idea? Oh, you have to be a bit crazy then.
I beat him to death with his own shoes.
Ozzy wouldn't play. Bengal Tiger.
Bengal Tigers.
And
that's why he can't be killed by...
That's why Keith Richards can't be killed by conventional weapons.
We met that guy. We didn't even know it was that guy.
We walked away and we realized,
Joe,
man, that was Del Preston.
Imagine if
he never came back.
He won't either.
No.
And that would be, you know how most of them charge for like $50 for a voice recording?
I'd pay $100.
I'm paying it, dude.
I would have paid $100.
Like, you need to be Bill Preston.
Del Preston.
Del Preston. Oh,
yeah.
Because we were just talking about Bill Hargraves.
Bill Hargraves.
But anyway, you need to mention us. You need to mention Blurrgs and Blasters. Like, you need to be that character.
Yeah, get in it.
Yeah. All right. So,
anyways,
this is the most action of this episode.
The shootout with IG-11, and so let's back up a bit here.
Were you as blown away of how many people came out of these like houses?
Oh my god, there had to be at least 50.
Well, that's why I was like, when they first got there and they like killed like the first like, I don't know, 8 or 10, I was like, well, that was pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
And then they all just kept coming out, and I'm like, what the?
So bounty hunters keep on coming after this group. Okay. We don't know who this group is. They're a bunch of Niktos. Niktos are usually like pirates. They look kind of rough. They look like mercs. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what this whole thing is that's happening. But they're well armed.
Where are you taking this?
Yeah, they're well armed and
thing.
Yes. Okay.
That was Star Wars.
That was Star Wars. That was the very first one there. I figured it out. It was hard because the impression was interesting. But anyways, the Mandalorian and he's ready to jump in here, and he sees IG-11.
Mm-hmm.
He calls him a bounty droid, not an assassin droid.
Right.
Bounty droid. And voiced by Taika Waititi, was hilarious as always.
He is funny.
Yeah, I really dug his performance, and I'm loving like he's like, oh, self-destruct. So funny.
It was every, what would you say, like 15 to 20 seconds?
Yeah, outnumbered, self-destruct, outnumbered. And, Mandalorian's just like, no, stop.
Yeah.
And it was good stuff there.
I really like that too. And now we know that there's like some kind of like extremely strong bomb right in his chest.
A thermal detonator right in the chest at all times. Yeah, manufacturer's protocol dictates I cannot be captured. I must self-destruct. Awesome shootout. It was great to see an IG in action because they can really throw down.
Yeah, they take some shots. They throw down. This is I guess this is me getting older, but it's like I'm getting to the point I want to know how they did it. You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean?
like how they,
Who
the creators,
did what?
IG-88, like his CGI. You know that there was probably a practical, model there, but then it got taken to the next level.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely something there. But
yeah, because those like up close with the the lights working and the head turning and stuff like that. That's actually there.
Oh yeah.
But when he's firing and spinning around and stuff like that, like how do they do that?
Just so cool. It's just so cool. It's really great CG these days. Now IG-88 in lore has always been IG-88 was a guy or a droid that was on his own, right? He was a character that was independent and was out for the riches and the gold and the jewels himself. Is IG-11 the same? I don't think so.
No.
IG-11 seems like he's on a job for someone else.
Yeah.
I just get this impression that he's following orders. He's there to do a thing and, do a bounty because, someone else is doing it instead. Like he's not the actual person who's looking for the reward. He's looking, I don't know. He seems pretty interested in completing the mission and getting merit for the mission and all of that stuff. But I don't know. IG-11's an interesting character in that respect. What's his motive? Because his orders we find out are much different than
right
Mandalorian's. Mandalorian is to get this baby alive, and his is to terminate immediately. So they must not be coming from the same person, even though they're both supposedly in the guild. Supposedly.
Yeah, I thought that was it. See, IG-11 got a shot on the Mandalorian.
He could be lying. Yeah, he could be lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He shot first. So, yeah, no talking with the Nikdos either. Not one word of dialogue.
No.
Not at all. Yeah.
Are you happy that it's being released every week, or do you like the Netflix theory of just throw them all out there?
I like the week to week.
Because
I've watched this episode 3 times today.
See,
in entirety.
I'm going to agree with you on that because it gives me something to look forward to every week.
I can absorb it more.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, there's not like a great deal on TV.
Yeah,
and I'm already looking forward to next Tuesday.
I'm kind of done with the whole binging thing. It's hard for me to binge.
Well, you know what? It's a bummer. Is you watch it in a weekend and then you have to wait like a year.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't want to do that no more. I like the week to week.
There it is, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda, man.
I can't wait to know the species name so we can, because clearly it's not Baby Yoda. Like, let's be real.
I mean, we don't know what else to call it though.
It's a baby that looks like Yoda.
A baby Yoda species.
A baby, yeah, exactly.
So IG-11 says, this is the line: the commission was quite specific. The asset was to be terminated. That is not the same direction as.
No.
Yeah. As Werner Herzog. So there are different. These bounties are from different people.
There was a moment that I actually thought that they killed the Baby Yoda.
That would have been dark.
It would have been, because I was like, what direction are they going to take? And then
because you see the red flash from the right side.
Yeah, and I was like, that split second, I'm like, really? And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, wait.
My mouth was just open. Yeah, and it's great. And then you just see like the hole right through IG-11's head.
Yeah, at that point, because IG-11's going to be in more episodes.
Yeah, and then the last thing, he puts out his finger, and
yes.
Little Baby Yoda puts his finger out back. And that's just such a humanity type thing there.
Exactly. That seals the deal that this guy is a good guy.
He's a good dude.
So,
yeah.
Now,
just so
the visual effects were outstanding. Even the end credits, you have some masterpiece artwork going on.
Now, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about. Also, this Mandalorian in the artwork here looks a lot like Boba Fett too. Right. Yeah. A little different, but it looks a lot like Boba Fett. So what you got here going on with these pictures and this music is it feels a lot like the Clint Eastwood westerns of like the late 60s and 70s, like
The good, the bad, the ugly.
A Fistful of Dollars. Yeah. Those spaghetti westerns from Italy. The Sergio Leones of the world. You know, that sort of stuff.
The Rick Daltons.
Yeah. I mean, this is what it feels like, you know, the Searchers. You know, the Riflemen, this type of stuff, and how the credits ended with paintings. You know, this is that old Western feel, and the music felt that way too, big time.
It did. I was really hoping that they're gonna be like scenes from next week's episode, you know, but they don't do that.
I was waiting for that because it felt so 70s in that way.
Well, and also like when I was seeing like the countdown, there was like 3 minutes left, and I'm like, So what's in the 3 minutes?
It's just great.
It's just end credits.
Just great credits
great
and like
music. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did you notice they moved a little bit too? Like the windmill moved a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Like so they weren't like perfectly still paintings, but I just love that movement. It just
they weren't completely static.
I mean, this sounds so 70s to me. You know, also, by the way, the person who did the score, this sounds so 70s. That whole part right there. Ludwig Göransson also did music for Creed 2, Venom, the new Death Wish movie, Black Panther. He's had some pretty good credits. So that's pretty cool to see. Especially Creed, like
yeah.
Creed's building off Bill Conti from the 70s as well. So he definitely gets that 70s vibe pretty well, which I really dig. Yeah. Very, very 70s.
It is, yeah.
But also very cool as well.
Yeah, absolutely love it. I love the it's a different feel for Star Wars.
Yes, and we need that. We need that so bad. We can't be stuck in just trying to copy John Williams forever.
Right.
There's a time and a place for that, but it's great to move on from that a little bit. I like to see, like, in an expanding galaxy, we have expanding motifs, expanding themes, expanding feelings. It feels like Star Wars because it is Star Wars. Star Wars is more different than it's ever been.
Oh, I totally agree. And so what do you think episode 2 is going to bring? Do you think it's going to be just picks off right where it left off? Picks up right where it left off.
I don't know.
I think because
what will the Mandalorian do with the baby?
Well, that's the thing. I think the Mandalorian's going to take this baby. I think he's going to meet back up with Nick Nolte.
Okay.
Because I think Nick Nolte wanted him to get rid of these guys, and that's exactly what he did.
I've heard some people think that they may drag IG-11's robot body back to Nick Nolte as well to repair him.
Oh, absolutely.
Reprogram him.
That's definitely going to happen because, dude, they've been with all the advertisements. All you keep seeing is the 3. You have the Mandalorian, IG-11, and Cara Dune.
That's true.
So that's why when he blasted IG-11 in the head, and I was like, all right, so they're going to fix him, right? It was like the first thing I was like, this can't be it for,
that's true.
Our new buddy. I like his sense of humor. That's one thing Alexa pointed out, that she likes the sense of humor with all the droids, the newer droids. And I couldn't agree more. I think it's important to give these droids, their own personalities.
Yeah, I like that too. Big time. And he seems to have a really interesting one so far. And there's a lot to learn, I think, about, where he's coming from, what his bounty really was, who his commission was from. And, I think episode 2 is about searching for answers. What is this baby? Why was the hit placed on this baby by one person? Why was he there to send them? What do the Imperials want?
Do you bring that baby back to the people that
to try
sent you there?
I mean, he needs that Beskar.
Yeah, see that's where it gets like weird, because it's like,
I mean, he's staking his reputation on this too.
Yeah.
So
That's why you bring the baby. You bring the baby back, and you're like, "Hey, so what are you guys gonna do with that baby?"
yeah, exactly. You know, what do you do with
Better
this?
question: where'd it come from?
I don't
Who's
think
its parents?
I don't think he's gonna return the baby. I think it's gonna be he's going rogue, man. I think he's going rogue. I think he's gonna bring the baby eventually back to his, his Mandalorian tribe. Be like, what's up? Like,
May have to like get that thing out of here.
what if they're more like,
Too dangerous.
we're like, this species is from the prophecies, or this species is from the ancient histories. They haven't been seen in 1,000 years. The last one was Yoda from the Jedi Council. Like, I feel like people would know Yoda. I feel like a lot of people in the galaxy would know Yoda if they studied their history.
They're like, we need to give this to Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, maybe, right? Luke Skywalker's a famous dude by now.
He's a hero.
He's a famous dude by now. The legend of Luke Skywalker exists in this timeline.
Well, 5 years after Jedi.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's already books. For all we know, there could be like space movies about Luke Skywalker. You know?
Yeah, exactly. There's a new republic being formed somewhere in the galaxy, nowhere near
Well,
what,
I mean,
what
just,
the Mandalorian's doing.
just like The Force Awakens, like when Rey was like, "You're Han Solo and Chewbacca, aren't you like a famous general?"
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And Chewbacca's like,
all that's going on somewhere else. So maybe they're gonna have to try and contact somebody about the Jedi or the Force or something.
yeah.
What if this baby Yoda's not Force sensitive?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it could just be a baby.
Maybe, but
You know.
you don't introduce a Yoda species. That is a jaw-dropping moment. You don't introduce a third Yoda.
Dude, yeah, you don't mic drop on that and then just forget about it. Yeah, like episode 1, we found a Yoda baby. Episode 2, back to the Blurrgs. Nick Nolte. What kind of chicken are you eating today?
I want more Blurrgs, but
Well, I do. I really do. I want. See, the Blurrgs. I want to continue. You can't just give us Blurrgs and then have them go away.
you can't just give us Yoda babies and have them go away.
So we have two very important things that we're going to take away from episode 1.
Blurrgs,
And Yoda babies.
Yoda babies.
So you heard it first.
We still gotta end it the right way, right?
Yeah.
We're Blurrgs and Blasters right now, but you know what? We still gotta wrap these things up the way we wrap them up. We're still us.
We're still us.
We're not for a hot sug. Hey, you know what I noticed when you were fixing your drink today? Your
What's
Tito's drink? You poured a little bit of crystallized lime powder.
I did, a courtesy of JetBlue.
Crystal lime, baby.
I mean, anytime that you want to travel, I mean, you got to go JetBlue. You have your own TV. You feel like you're always in first class. JetBlue Airlines.
Not sponsored. We're really not sponsored, though. That's the funny part. Chris's mom works for JetBlue, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, she's basically Mrs. Blue, you know?
Yeah, I didn't. I took JetBlue recently. I didn't get any crystal lime.
You have to ask for it.
I wish I did.
You know how I said it? I said it like an old guy. I was like, "Hey, do you have any of that powdered lime?" And he was like, "Yeah, how many you want?"
You should.
It was like we were doing a backdoor deal or something. I was like, "I don't know, 2? I don't know."
Meet you in row 24.
You know what's funny too? He treated me like Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
When it's like, I don't know, a couple of days he's on the island, and the guy, like, he knows he's having a rough morning,
Yeah.
and he gives him like that extra.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
we got that. Like the guy, I was like, "Yeah, I'll have a Tito's and cranberry with that powdered lime," and he was like, and then he
Ooh.
slipped me like another one. I was like, "Thank you." Like, I'm on vacation,
You should have done the crystal lime voice.
man. And he was like, "Blurrgs and Blasters." I'm like, "No, Blurrgs and Blasters."
Oh, Bushnickens.
Yeah, and he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's coming."
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. Keep walking, buddy.
Yeah. If you guys go to the Blurrgs and Blasters Twitter page, you will see updates to our name and other things to
Yeah.
reflect. We're in a special time right now for the next 8 weeks.
We are.
Where
You guys are so in for it.
Blurrgs and Blasters.
Blurrgs and Blasters. And if we don't get a toy made, we're actually going to be commissioning the toy to get made.
We're throwing chairs.
We're throwing chairs.
We're throwing chairs, guys. I feel like we need another saying now, too, to wrap this all up.
I like those odds.
I like those odds, too. So you might want to buckle up, baby. That's a show. For Chris Dalton, I'm Joe Tavano. Suck a lot, Godspeed Rebels, and tell it to Kanji Club.
I'm afraid the party's canceled. The summits never show. And on the wall was penciled. I was full-blooded note. Force getting ready. Man began too much. All the world was suffer. The Wookiee's wicked clutch.